most of whom from the Jamaho, um, people of class, and it's an honor to be here tonight. We are mourning the passing of Jamaho, a Dominican, a cultural icon, who did not only specialize in calypso, but he wrote calypsos. He wrote everything. And during the heydays of his musical career, he was what you call a spectacle on stage. He was phenomenal. Halibut, of course, born and raised, of course, was not in my generation, but I knew him from a little boy growing up, living at the time not too far away from where I lived, and a very good friend of my first brother. And what more can I say? As a member of parliament, my office was basically adjoined to where he lived. And when I last ran, he called me and he said, "You know something? I turned, and I want to make a song for you." I had no participation in the song. I mean, he wrote the song and he called me the early morning and he sent me a sample of the song. And I liked it. And it tells you about the class of this guy. And of course, tonight we have with us, and I'm especially honored to have, to me, maybe I'm being a little biased because I'm from Maho, but Mike Morrow, undoubtedly, if not the best guitarist I've heard, I've heard, during his time. And this guy could have played the guitar. And I can recall as a little boy, I think Ko used to come to Maho and meet him from Chubby. And he's there tonight. So we have also somebody who raised and did everything together with Harley. Big Six, Jeffrey Big Six Hill from Maho. Again, he too lived not too far away from me. And a very close family friend too. And for matter of fact, his mother is one of my brother's godmother, and his father was the godfather of one of my siblings. So I mean, it just tells you. And Dr. Dublin. What can I say about Dr. Dublin? He supports everything. And we have also someone who knows everything about Maho, Sobas Esprit, and a great Dominican. And all the people who are listening, especially the folks from the Maho area in Dominican and overseas, and Dominicans alike, who actually enjoyed the music of Halibut and enjoyed the music of Bells Combo. And at the time when Bells Combo emerged, many thought that Bells Combo was the best dance band in Dominica. And we also have Calty in the studios with us, the studio number 2. And we have someone who was Halibut towards the end of his career, engineer. And he would have done the songs that caused him to have won the Calypso competition twice. So he was the one doctoring, basically, the music of Halibut. And to the great folks of Serenade always played it to me. That was always my band, like Bells Combo. When you had Juke, when you just came out, Juke. So I'm going to start tonight, and folks who are joining us on DBS Radio's Zoom link, we wanted to keep it as small as possible, and those of you will be allowed an opportunity if we have time to call in. There's a collision, of course, and putting together an event to celebrate and to honor Halibut. I want to say good evening to his sister, Catherine, in Canada, and to also, he played for Bells Combo also. I was living in the Brampton area at the time. Mr. Hogan, good evening to you, Alvin. and to his children, and his family, friends, and Ambry, who was his right hand in Maho, and all the folks by the Bayside, Pupul, all of them. Halibut was you guys' guy, and it was a very sad moment for us. Okay, so let us start tonight. We have been listening to some music from the Halibut and Bells Combo. I want to get something from Bells, and we'll start with Mr. Mike Moreau first. And but let me just start. Good evening, and good evening to all the folks joining us on our Zoom link. And good evening, Mr. Mike. Are you there? Do you want to unmute your mic or something? What's wrong? Good night. Mike? I'm seeing him there. So
yeah, Mike is there. But
yeah, Mike?
I have to unmute his mic.
Can you please unmute your mic, Mike?
Mic up.
Okay, so but there. What about Big Six?
6 is there as well. Yeah,
okay.
Unmute.
Big Six, let's start with you and then we'll come to Mike when Mike unmute his phone. Big Six, boy, it's so nice to have you. And we know that, we know our Big Six, man. You and I spoke a couple months ago, was it, in Maho?
Yep.
Yeah, and then tell us something about yourself. Firstly, Big Six, who you are, and how you came across Halibut. And tell us about your experience with Halibut when you guys split together during Bells Combo's days. And take us back to the moment when you guys started bringing the pride and joy to the people of Maho and Dominicans on a whole.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows myself and Ali grew up together. She make her way.
Yes.
He live on the left, and we live on the right. My granny and all.
My Baptist.
Went to school. Here in Baptist. My Lily and everybody. And we went to school, elementary school. Maho, teacher Joseph, and then we end up going Massax. Well, it was the Maho government school.
Yes.
You guys like teacher Jolly and these guys,
yes,
you know?
Yes.
And our classmates like Ruby and Addison and number of them, man. All the bits about that, the coroner.
Teacher
Korea. The age.
Yes.
Or the age of teacher Earl. It's a number too many to mention, man.
Okay.
And then after that, we went to grammar school.
I know you guys went to grammar school.
And yes, and then that's how it started with us there. Yes. Then I didn't like this when I met the workshop and had the tools working and said I couldn't do with the upper school. So I ended transferring to technical school.
Yeah.
And from that we went out. Then we had a little group before Bells Combo. It was Harry was on the singing and playing bass. And then we had Joe Reed playing drums, Roy Shillingford playing keyboards, Jerry Theophile was percussion, and myself. It started that way.
Yes.
And then it moved from then when Bells Combo took over Harley.
What year was that, if I may just interrupt you for a bit?
Then years, man, they ask me years because I can't remember all the years.
Yeah.
But it was late 60s when we left high school. It was like in the going to the 80s.
Okay. No,
70s, actually.
Yes. Okay.
Because I actually joined Bells Combo in 1975.
Yeah.
Around them time.
Yes.
But before me was Harley.
Oh, I think.
And when they took Harley, we had to get a bassman. We got Thomas to play bass, and then we had Zoc to do vocals.
Okay.
Right, and that's how it came through. Then after Bells Combo took myself and Thomas.
Okay.
And that broke up. We used to call the group Black Roots.
Black Roots. Okay.
You get, and well, that's how it started. And we went into Bells Combo, and that was a big move.
Okay. Tell us,
Harley was always a great writer, and Thomas was always with him arranging, and that's how it went. And enough respect to Mike.
Yeah.
Because man, I was always a questioning person. I like to question and to tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mike was a very strong leader, very very strong leader.
Yeah.
And Bells Combo got a long way because of Mike.
Yeah.
I have to acknowledge that after all these years. I must acknowledge that. But Harley was the creator. He was very creative, writing all the wicked songs and upgraded, you know?
Yes.
So basically, that's how it went. Yeah, man.
You brought a new flavor to Bells Combo, if I may say so.
A new flavor, because from the first album to when we actually did the next album with the band, you could see the difference. The whole, you know, then the brass section came in, and we must agree that Thomas picked up the sax so quickly, man.
Yes, yes.
Mike taught Thomas to play the brass in a shake.
Yeah.
The saxophone, you know.
Well,
and then we had Purcell with us playing the thing. After that, Henry Berrich came in.
Yes.
And then Joey, my brother, went to school together with Buck.
Yeah, but
himself and Buck.
But there was a guy they called his father had a bakery in Rose on his Rose Street. I think he used to play, and Eric also used to play for you guys.
Jones Burton. Jones
right.
Burton.
And Eric played Eric
used to play saxophone, because every now and then things start to change from here to there.
I think Eric played trombone.
The trombone, yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So wonderful.
But he wasn't. Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so
go ahead.
The thing is that because you and Harley, growing up, I watch you guys, and you guys did everything together. And but we're not talking about any role here tonight. You guys did a lot of things together, and you guys like the same things.
Yeah.
But let's leave it there, and I'm not going to say more. So nice, and you're joining us all the way from Atlanta, isn't that so?
Yeah, well, I'm already driving with my son Drix and my girl. Yeah.
Oh, tell Drix good night for
But it's raining so hard. I have to try my best to listen because it's raining so hard.
Okay, one love, man. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from you right now. We're gonna go across to the man himself, a man who brought class and gravitas in his field, Mike Moreau, and I was so honored. Still very, very, very fluent and lucid when I spoke to him today. And
right.
A serious guy, a no nonsense guy, and he brought that level of seriousness to the craft. Mike, can you hear us now, Mike? So if you need to make a bit for big 6 for us to allow Mike to come on.
Right.
Mike?
Ray, I think Mike has dropped and came back in, and it seems that he's still out, so he's having some problems with his setup.
The connectivity, yes, I figure.
I'm not saying that.
He was on from very early.
Okay, so Mike was very early because he came on all after 8 hours.
Yes.
But he'll try back again.
He'll
try back again. We also have we have Sobers. Tell us something. I mean, growing up, you're a historian. When it comes to Mario's life in every aspect of the word. Tell us something.
Let me tell you, my connection with Bells Combo is very deep. I have a number of cousins who played in Bells Combo. So Francis Esprit is my cousin. Hughes John Baptiste, Tosrell, Thomas, my first cousins, and Jeff did. Who passed was my grandfather.
Yeah.
So, I had a strong connection with Bells Combo. But Big Six and I were really tight-knit because as a youngster, Six and I used to do all the graphic works. So we used to do all the design for Bells Combo and banners and billboards, to promote the band when they played those big gigs.
T-shirts, hundreds of T-shirts.
Hundreds of T-shirts, carnival time and then later on Independence time. But let me just say two things. Let me just say a couple of things. One is that we have to recognize the tremendous contribution of Bells Combo to the musical and cultural landscape of Maho, but also Dominica.
The Dominican extension.
And the Caribbean. Because that band was a tremendous band. It spanned more than 3 decades together under the able, and as you rightly pointed out, the strict and no nonsense leadership of Michael Morrow. Mike was a leader who was very, very focused, attention to detail, This guy was in the band house from very early, organizing for rehearsals every night. I mean, what a time. Those guys were practicing every night when they were not playing.
Yeah.
And Mike was there leading the charge. And that is why Bells Combo was so efficient. I mean, the delivery was so efficient, so much on point, because he organized every aspect of the music in that band. And of course, later on, he took other roles in the band. You had some managers in between, like my Uncle Vic was a manager for a while and so on. But Mike was really the glue that kept that band together for well over 30 years. And we have to tip our hats off to him for the contribution that he made to the band. But Bells Combo was a social institution a social and cultural institution in Maho. And they were able to keep that community together. They were able to help foster a sense of community, a sense of really, I mean, people being together through entertainment, because they play dances, they play parties and so on, carnival times. But I think what it did also was to build character, to build men, because most of the men, I don't think we had any women, or we had maybe Janet Azuz who sang with them for a short while, or who recorded them for a short while. So men and women who passed through that rank, and you can see that the people who passed through that band became out stronger and better human beings because of that band. And so they helped to keep that community tight. So Carnival, Bells Combo was the motive. They really moved the carnival. So we had Calypso competition, we had Queen show, we had parades of the band, and of course we had 2 days of jump up every single year without fail. And for nothing, you know, guys, those days it was a little collection and we give them something, and they never worried about how much money we could raise. And that was Bells Combo. You could go in the band house if you were an aspiring musician and try to play an instrument, to learn to play an instrument. You get tips from Mike and from Six, from Voice, from Thomas and the other guys. So they were an important institution in the community. So I think we have to highlight that. But the man of the moment is Halibut. Halibut burst on the scene, guys, in I believe it was the early 70s in particular. I mean, he played for Black Roots, but I think Halibut really burst on the scene as a star vocalist. And he did this Joe Cocker song, came in through the bathroom window. And hey, what a performance that was. The guy was, you know, he could compare any big star in the United States at that time. I mean, he was that good in terms of clarity of voice, in terms of movement, in terms of his ability to deliver. He had all of those characteristics. So from very early, this was Halibut. And as I say, the rest is history. The Joe Cocker song, doing that thing, playing with Bells Combo, and then we know what he did with Bells Combo in terms of the music. Because let us not forget that in the 60s and early 70s, a lot of the music that was played by the bands in Dominica and the Caribbean were really Latin music, or funk, or soul. So really imported music with a lot of covers. And Bells Combo is one of the, and of course Gaylords, we have to give Gaylords their feathers for that, started playing original music. But Bells Combo from very early in the 70s started to pen their own songs, but it was Harley and Mike who really gave it the flavor. They really pushed the envelope further. And Harley, in that album in 1978, really created what, to me, one of the greatest Calypso albums ever in Dominica, with songs like Simplify Yourself, Malele V, and all those songs. That was an album, a changing of the musical sound of Dominica. Bells Combo had a unique perspective, a unique song, and they helped to get that sound, not just in Dominica, the French islands. I mean, I go to Martinique and Guadeloupe, and you hear them, they still play the songs. They still play in Bells Combo, you know. They were popular in Grenada, they were popular in St. Lucia, they played in the Virgin Islands. I was fortunate to see them in Toronto, Canada, in 1986 at Caribana time. I saw them in New York performing and doing the thing, pulling massive crowds. That was Bells Combo. That was the contribution that they made to Maho, and theirs was a contribution that was a transformative contribution to our community and to Dominica. I want to just pause there to say hats off to Bells Combo, hats off to Harley. We have lost a legend, guys. We have lost one of the biggest talents to ever come out of Maho. He was a creative genius, and I don't think that, and I think he was an enigma in many ways. He didn't fulfill his full potential. There's much more Harley could have done, but that's life. We don't always get it right, but his was a contribution that we will remember forever. He's left a body of work that is tremendous, that has touched Dominica's musical landscape, that touched the Caribbean musical landscape, and for that we want to thank him, of course, although he's gone, thank his family, thank his friends, thank Bells Combo, and of course the people of Maho who supported him throughout all of these years.
So before you go, can you recall the days of Carnival in Maho, man, with Bells Combo? And it was a situation whereby we had the Calypso shows in Maho was almost like a national show, and one of the folks like Morpa and
Provoker,
Evano, and that guy,
Morpa,
and there was a guy
Morpa,
Phil Fair, and this guy
Candice,
Candice came after.
Oh, Saru, by the way, Saru tell me to say to extend his condolences to the family.
Yes,
Saru is listening out there in the Virgin Islands, and he say because of Bells Combo and because of Harley, he's now a Calypsonian. He can sing Calypso.
Yes,
Mike is on again.
Okay, we have to make way for the big man himself.
Mike.
And if Mike can unmute his mic, Mike, the mic is yours. Good evening to you. I'm not sure what is wrong. I'm seeing you. So if you to unmute the mic, it's difficult to say that. And just talk to the mic. In the meantime, let us go across to Dr. Dublin.
Good evening.
One love. How you doing? Tell us something about Halibut. And you can maybe you may want to tie in Bells Combo, of course, which you must do. The Halibut you knew. Tell us something about it.
The Halibut I knew was, as any young man growing up in Maho, it's somebody we looked up to, we recognized his talent, and the good thing was we all supported it. We recognized it, we knew he had the talent, and we supported it. All what Sober said, in terms of his talent and writing skills, all that is recognized. I would realize that, and the role that Mike played in the leadership of the band. Then at that time, remember, young guys growing up, you needed somebody who could hold the band together and really, get these practices together. I wanted to also touch on...
In the meantime, Dr. Dublin, Mike, you can unmute your mic and come in anytime, okay?
Yeah.
If Mike, are you on?
So he can start on when he wants. But
okay.
If up to present time, recognize Harley contribution for community, his involvement in community and his willingness to give of his talent. I remember Sobers would know we organized a little workshop for some young guys, and he willingly came and had some vibes with the kids writing up. I just wanted to focus, in terms of the Bells Combo era and the role they play, on the impact on the band in terms of the offshoot, the other bands which came up like Stalwarts and B+. They could only come out because of the influence of Bells Combo and the mark that they left in the community. So that is on a bigger level, the influence, and we know some of these guys who came out of that, like Bork and the other guys, so Lazo singing. So it was just a musical school. I don't want to quickly make... Mike is on?
Okay, Mike, are you on? Go ahead, Dr. W.
Whenever he comes on, you can just
but
in the line.
You're not point there. You hit a point, a
Okay.
big point there. Go ahead, please.
But I want to quickly mention when you mentioned the leadership and practice. Remember that famous Sunday school in Simon Club? Every Sunday, and we were young guys that time, going to secondary school on the man, and we used to escape and go there. We don't want to go home. You take our blows, but we still used to go every Sunday.
Yes.
So what it did, it kind of linked Mahu and Massa in a sense. So Massa, because of Simon, was able to be part of Bells Combo and enjoy the music and support. So I just wanted to make these quick points. Anytime Mike wants
He's on,
to
but his
come in, I
mic
really just want
is
to
on.
recognize his talent. And I tell you, out of all the songs Harley has made, there is one song called I don't know. Because besides all the big ones, there is one called Chances. I mean, I listen to that song and I'm amazed of how he's able to put together the words, man. In Chances, it's just magical. I agree. So Bazar could have made it on any one of the international stage if he had really, if things had unfolded differently. But his legacy lives on, and we're just there to pay tribute to him and all those who really supported him in one way or another, the band and all other Jamao,
Yes,
the Maudians.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Life.
Now we're trying. I'm seeing Mike on, but his mic is still on mute. So I'm not sure if somebody is by him can maybe assist him on getting his mic unmuted. But we have someone who worked with Halibut towards at the time when he sang those big songs that the younger generation know of, and like when he sang there's the songs that got him to have won twice the Cletus Halibut competition. And good evening to Addicts, the man himself. I'm not sure if he's there. He can come in. Mr. Lawrence, are you there?
You mean Dada?
Yes, Dada.
Dada. You say Wadix. Dada.
I know I said good evening, Wadix, but I'm talking about the Mr. Lawrence.
Okay.
Dada.
Dada is there.
Dada, are you there? I saw you earlier on. Can you unmute your mic and speak to the mic, please? If you're not ready, can you go back to Mike Morrow?
All right, can you hear me?
On. Yes, Dada, we're hearing you.
Yeah, go ahead now, please. A simple exercise. Just unmute your mic and please.
Yeah, it can get a bit tricky with the app.
Yes, sir. Okay, yes.
I don't know.
Go ahead, please.
First of all,
yes, good night.
First of all, good evening, to everybody.
Can you just tell our listeners your name, please?
Yeah, all right. So, well, I'm more popularly known in the music fraternity as Dada. I've worked with a wide range of people in the industry, locally and regionally. Specifically on the topic of Harley and stuff. My journey with Harley came really later in his life, but it really, didn't, it didn't really matter because Harley had a huge impact on me. I get to work with Harley through Wadix in 2010. 2010 it was, I think, 2009 or 2010. Wadix told me that, boy, he really want me to work with Harley because he's seen how I am passionate about Calypso. And in these times, I was working with Midnight Groovers doing some recording and stuff. And Wadix was really impressed and stuff with what I was doing and stuff. So he, tell me about Harley, and he encouraged, and he created the situation so that Harley and I could work together. I remember we did a song. The first project that we did together was a song. I can't recall the name of it, but it has some crazy wordplay that Harley had about non-passer set and a kind of thing, and it was so crazy to see Harley come up with a song like that. And it didn't really have a huge impact in the public, but for me, I was fascinated because I was already fascinated with Harley with his impactful
work that he did with Bell's Combo. I mean, Bell's Combo music it's it's spectacular, man. That's the term I could use for especially for the lyrical depth and melodic with range of what Harley was doing. It was just amazing. Harley to me was one of the best from them time, you understand? But specifically bringing it into the into the 2000s, into the new generation, if you want to say it like that. When Harley did Powerball, you know, even as a youth, a young person, listening to Powerball was very impactful on me. You know, I was like, how can somebody take all the parables, of our culture and put it into song without repeating any line? You understand? That's an amazing piece of artistry. You know what I mean? And I always used to tell that to Harley. I tell Harley that's amazing because ain't nobody has ever done something like that in Caribbean music before. You understand? And so after my time working with the first song, like I said, we did. Then the second time around, I wasn't satisfied, with my first go around with Harley, and I'm a person I'm very competitive. So when I put my mind on something, I have to get it. You know what I mean? And I say, okay, next time around there was the Calypso competition, and so then he came with another song on a guitar. This time, tell me that man, I have something that I want you to hear. I was like, okay, let me hear it and sing. And then he told me, okay, let me just sing it for you. And then he pulled out his guitar at the studio and then he started to play. He had a little finger style he used to do on the guitar. So I know I'm not surprised Harley used to play bass based on the stories that you guys were giving. Because Harley played the bass, Harley played the guitar like a bass. His little box guitar and stuff. The only other person I saw do that already was Chubby. So anyway, he started to play and then he had a little melody. Boom, 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 boom. And then he said, people say that talk is cheap and express they have their tongue in their mouth to talk. I say, Ali, that is not it. That is not bomb. Before he could finish, I said, Ali, listen. You see, that is a bomb. You understand? And by them time there, I started to do my science and, going back into the formula, diving deep into the formula of Bell's Combo. You know what I mean? And so I was understanding the beat better because, like I said, at them time I was really working with Midnight Groovers and I was really into the Groovers philosophy of Calypso, and stuff. And then, but working with Harley, it teach me that there are other perspectives of Calypso that are also very important that I need to pay attention to. So like I said, for the first song I did with Harley was more something along the lines of what I was doing with Groovers. But for the second one, which was Long Tongue, I bring it more into the Bell's Combo region. You understand? So I remember listening to it had one song in particular, Memtula was the song that I find that I pattern the Long Tongue after Memtula. So if you listen to Memtula and you listen to Long Tongue, you'll find there's a similarity with the rhythm structure and stuff. Even with the percussions are played and everything. Because for me, the idea wasn't to create a new Harley, was to bring Harley back into the 70s and take the Bell's Combo of the 70s and Harley and bring it into the 2000s and the 2010s. That was my thinking about it. You understand? So when I did that and the song was we recorded Long Tongue and I remember sending it for Wadix before it was even finished and to his email, and then Wadix called me back. Wadix called me instantly and told me, bro, that is a bomb.
Yeah.
That was his exact reaction. You know what I mean? His exact reaction was that. And then Wadix told me, bro, listen, you don't understand. That is a bomb. And, because, so I felt the same way from the very, very inception when he sang it for me and stuff. And so when the song came out, the song just blew up. You understand? And Ted Daly used to wheeze it that every day on the radio. That
Yes,
was like
certainly.
my first big song, I would say, that I had in Dominica. Like, because I've had other popular songs around or whatever, but that was different. Long Tongue was something that the whole country just was just loving, and it was just like it didn't have any barriers, it didn't have any niche or anything. It was just the whole country on a whole, and so that was something new for me. And to see Harley was able to do something like that. As a matter of fact, to say this. Harley is the only, with all due respect to every other Kadasipso icon there is, right? Harley is the only Kadasipso artist to make hits in every era. That's a fact. Nobody did that.
I'm wondering what Sobas is thinking about that, because it struck something in me. And you too, you have to be commended, because you're right, because the songs that Harley sang towards the end of his career, during the Calypso era, as you rightly said, and Long Tongue, when you listen to it and you listen to the bass line and the drum part of it, it is similar to, as rightly said, to the songs in the 70s of Bells Combo. Yeah.
Yes.
So kudos
that was the objective, because the thing is about music that's me personally, that's my own personal assessment of music. As a music producer, is not to, you see, when you're dealing with artists like Harley or Gordon Henderson, Jeff Joe, Chobi, and these artists that you don't try to change their formula, you give them their formula.
Beautiful.
You understand? So I wasn't, because like I said, the first time around, I was into the Groovers philosophy. You understand? So I give him something that I was doing with Groovers, and it didn't work out. Not that it was bad, but it just wasn't what I know Harley could have done.
Okay.
So the second time around was Long Tongue, and Long Tongue was Bells Combo through and through.
Yeah.
To the point where I remember some of the guys from Bells Combo, I can't remember which one it was exactly. I remember they said they were on the radio. I think some of them they called on the radio or something, and said that sounds just like a Bells Combo song.
Yeah.
You understand? And that was the objective. It was mission accomplished.
Yeah, because one Bells Combo played at Creole Park in 2013, and you had the Voice and Good Evening to Voice, the bassman, and Big Six was there. Tosral was phenomenal on the drum. They were in the comfort zone, like they were playing the song. So you are perfectly right, sir. I'm Dada.
Yeah, man. And then it's like, so this was, to me, was a lesson. It was you can call it a master class, but to me it was a lesson for myself and for other young people in the of the generations after, that the Kadasipso is not something that we should look at as some antique. We should continue. We should participate in the music, and it's like, so I was trying to bridge the gap. You know what I mean by doing that, and so Harley was very instrumental in that. And one of the things that I was always advocating for on Harley's behalf is Powerball. I always said that Powerball is one of the greatest pieces of literature in Caribbean culture, and I think we should do something with it so that it could be either taught in schools or something, because I don't think there's a better way that a piece of our culture could be frozen in time like that. You know what I mean? Because anywhere in the world you hear Powerball, you know exactly where it comes from. This is a Dominican song, 100%. Every Dominican in the diaspora, anywhere in the world, can identify with that song. That song is a great piece of culture that Harley was able to freeze in time for our music, and that is legendary. He's the only artist to do something like that, and Harley was just a magnificent artist. He was a great songwriter. His personality, Harley was great. As Soba said, Harley could have been anywhere, Harley is one of those kind of artists like Rick James or any one of these personality was resembling those kind of guys, and You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just where we come from that would determine our distance, the distance that we're going in this industry. But Harley certainly was one of the great artists in terms of talent, one of the great talents of world music. But specifically, from a Dominican standpoint, Harley is one of the greatest artists, not just Kadasipso, one of the greatest artists in Dominica's history.
Okay, I want. It's the very first time I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to you. Sorry, and I really want to commend you for your class and your eloquence and your intellect. To be quite honest with you, and because today Sobi and myself were talking about that song, and the genius behind that song and the level of thought and creativity, and then you're saying precisely that, and that is the assessment Soba's gave to me today. And when we were looking at some of the songs that Halibut came up with, and of course you're right, and anybody can identify with that song, and the Harley's ability at the time when it was with us to use words, rhyme and still make sense. I mean, was just remarkable and speaks of his creativity. But Mike, are you there? I see that somebody said that his mic is stuck, which is very strange. And because you're Mike, are you on?
Feeling always on top of things,
Mike,
it's very strange.
Yeah, Mike, you're there, but for some reason we were not hearing you. So you may want to maybe use a different device if a device is getting stuck, or you can use a cell phone. What we'll do before you come back to Big Six, we have with us someone. Carlton, good evening.
Good evening. What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
He's right there in studio for us. Tell us something about Harley. And of course, you have been, Bells Combo, when you just started, you guys just started, you guys used to come to Mao too,
Yeah, Mao.
Thanks to you. Big Six is there. Yes. So, Big Six, try to get hold of Mike for us, please. I also called your brother, Kenrick, to try to get him together. I saw him posted something on the Facebook page saying that it's stuck, but you can use it. You can move to the next device, or you can.
I'll have to get.
Yes.
It's stuck.
Okay.
You just have a different device.
Yes. Okay.
I wonder.
Let me just say, my introduction to Bells Combo and Halibut, I started years ago. I happened to have been in Canada a year. Cavaliers had an excursion. And Bells Combo, that was the year that Bells Combo, actually I went to Montreal with them. Big Six can attest to that.
Yeah.
And Bells Combo, that was the year Bells Combo was just tearing Canada and just mashing up the road. But then dealing with Halibut, we did a song with Halibut, Riches of Dominica.
Yes.
Which is
a video too.
A video too, yeah. And Halibut, I must say, he was a very creative guy. He worked together with Archie on that song, Riches of Dominica. And we did some work with him over the years. And I must say, Halibut was a man, as everybody knows, was a very, very creative guy. And it was always a pleasure working with him. And, he was a guy, he came into Serenade's band house and he did what he had to do with us. And I must say it was an experience working with a guy like Halibut, because, that's what you call raw, unlimited talent. And Halibut could always do what he had to do.
Them Frenchmen freak out.
Yes. I like you said it, raw, unlimited talent.
Yeah, man. Raw, unlimited talent. Halibut was a natural.
Yeah.
Give him that and he could come and that song he did it with Archie, Riches of Dominica, and we were like, wow. And he came and he said, guys, I'm coming to job with you guys. And I was very impressed with his work, and humble, cool guy, no style, no vary, just doing what he had.
No. Don't tell me Harley enough style.
Style. Humble spirit, doing what he had to do.
Say something else. Just say something else, because
it was an experience working with a guy like Halibut.
Let's not do that. The fact is, let me tell you, because Big Six is there, and I hope Mike is listening. Anyway, Harley sang the first time for Bells Combo. A number of people would have said if Harley were maybe in the States or England, but Harley was young, Is that so big?
Yeah, he was young. He was a guy that was on the shoe back away, man.
Yeah, they want to sing back in them, and so yes, and that song, A New Day is Done, a reggae day.
New Day is Done. Yeah.
Young man, young day. So
Big Six, without tripping you. Yeah. Big Six, you can remember when in Canada, when you guys did the boat ride?
So of course,
Yeah.
And Macedonia
Oh, you
Hall,
mean-
man.
Yeah. Yes, take me back there.
when we went to Montreal, the governor of Montreal, I brought you with us.
Yeah, but I was with you. You not tell me let's go. You brought me to Montreal with you guys. And you tell me the
Yeah,
band
man,
sounding
yeah,
good.
man.
So I was your engineer. I was outside in the crowd telling you whether it was sounding good or not.
Yeah. If it's yeah.
Yes, yes.
It would have been the premiere
And when we sang,
of
remember when we
Montreal.
sang that song, We Are the World, there was a Miss whoever Dominica on stage.
Yeah.
And they asked us if we could back man up, sing We Are the World. And man, oh gosh, that was another very great time, man.
That was
Yes.
those guys
In
here in
Canada,
Canada
man.
that year, you know. Canada,
Okay.
them guys mash up boat ride,
Yeah.
everything in the Bells
Yeah.
combo.
Well, so Best Combo,
Yeah.
I know Best Combo is a band. And Big Six, as we are doing,
Yeah, man.
because we're trying to get Mike, because Mike has a
Yeah.
historical perspective.
I
as
don't
to-
understand. That's very unusual because Mike always on cue, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because he was
No.
on.
So Mike is
I
there,
don't-
right?
He's on, but it's
So, Ray,
not-
is there somebody in the studio who can get him to call in
yeah, but I'm
on
trying.
WhatsApp?
As the host, I've been trying to unmute him. Dean is also there at the back.
Yeah, because
But
he's having
on,
problems to unmute him.
But we can't.
Yeah,
we can't.
he's using his phone
Yeah.
and he's having problems.
I sent him a
He's
message.
trying to unmute him and
I told him just go and look at the red little box and just stick on it.
You read the
he
box.
said tell him go back to settings and all of that. So
Yeah, but it's on. It's
yeah,
some-
but he's kind of unmute. He's not. He's having difficulty
don't see.
unmuting Mike.
But somebody up there, we not seen them, right? Richie?
So is it possible to get him to call into the studio?
Okay, yeah, maybe
You'll have
maybe
to get
I'm
Dean to do that.
better off if I were to call him. Let me get. Okay, yeah, I'll
Yes.
call him.
Yeah. So
Okay,
get him
fine.
get somebody to call him.
Yes, I can do it myself. That's okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. I'll do that. Yeah. Okay.
Another time, I remember when time of Alwyn Bully, I'll always respect that brother. They sent us to Colombia to represent Dominica, man.
Oh, yes.
And it was another big deal.
Yeah,
That
I
was the first time that people heard Cadas. You know? It was very first time. There were so many different occasions that we represent Dominica's interest. And we always used to push Dominica forward.
Yes.
Another time we used to play CBL Morning News in Canada, CBLT, and they introduced us to play the interludes between the news, and then they tried to tell us how short and how can they find us a problem. So we tell the engineers, tell us what to stop, when to start. And they went to Austral, they said go on and Austral, go on, and they said stop and Austral, stop. Blam! They couldn't believe, the whole place go crazy, man. They couldn't believe, everybody stayed stone silent for a moment, and then all of a sudden a big uproar. And that was it. That was our band on the roads, Caribana on the back, Bells Combo. Up to this day, man, a lot of people still calling and asking, you know.
Yes.
So many instances, man. We had a good group, we had a good vibes, and even certain guys wasn't there at certain times. The inspiration was within us all the time. It wasn't sometimes about personality. It was an in-depth thing into every one of us. Because voice had a special touch.
Yes.
Thomas was excellent. Always was helping Harley in arrangement and the bass parts and stuff. You check. Then we had fellas like Keith and Berridge, Purcell.
No.
We have great fellas,
so
man.
Keith-
Bells Combo was a special
Keith
vibes,
came,
man.
but Keith came in
late.
late after because you guys had rats.
We had but Ras only traveling for us on a tour.
I didn't come. He did not come back.
Yeah, just going to make a tour for. Yeah, he never come back, and after
He never come back.
they wanted to mess with us and they
Yeah.
tell us this and that. Yeah,
Sorry about that, my woman. Sorry about that.
yeah, great time.
So, but the thing is that
Carty was over my boy at that time.
Yeah, man, you know we
That's
used to check
good.
out the
Yeah.
Institution, man. Institution.
so
Musically,
No,
so Big Six Keith would have come in after Jake. Jeff Dittish would have migrated.
Yes.
Would have migrated.
yeah, man.
And
After,
Keith,
yeah.
Well, Keith actually, from my investigation, maybe was born in England, and
Yes, he's in England. Yes,
okay,
yes,
so
yes.
and so he would have gone back,
He was there together in terms of Berridge.
buried, right?
In the beginning when Berridge was there, Henry Berridge, yes.
Now, the thing
Yes.
is, Big Six, talking about Harley, we're speaking about his ability to write when he was alive, and also, but in terms of his his talent. Was he able to play every instrument, other instruments in the band? And
Well, in Best Combo, it wasn't, because we had a lot of musicians. He was the lead man, he was the front man.
yeah,
And then when Harley came in, everything changed because it made it easier for Mike. But Mike was still the champion in his section.
Yeah, on this guitar.
Because remember, Best Combo first song was Mali Levy.
yeah,
Amaik. They recorded that in Barbados.
yeah.
That was Mike's song. Man like me wasn't in the Bible school.
Kifemo to become Uncle Happy Day. I can recall that song.
Yep. Because
So-
one of my brother Kenrick and the man was there at that time. So
yeah, but let's talk about Kenrick. Kenrick,
Embers.
and
Yeah,
what
my
about-
brother Kenrick.
yeah, Kenrick used to play guitar, but Kenrick had more style than anything. He used to jump and
The bass.
jump and
Laro used to play keyboard. This kind of
jump and tip
And I
and thing
think
like that.
Pembo or one of them guys did some work with him, or Julie.
Yeah,
it was a long
Pembo,
time, I can't remember.
as a little boy, you can recall they used to practice under his father's house.
Yes.
Opposite
Oh, yes.
For many years.
opposite
For
my
many
papa.
That was
So-
one of Best Combo longest
so-
lifetime practice hall.
Pembo used to come there on the keyboards there. And I know
Yeah.
Laro John Baptist played bass and keyboards. It's not so.
We used to play keyboard.
Yeah, but you also, I think you
Laro.
I think that was a
And
bass man.
Kenrick and then
Motley.
after Motley and then man.
They used to call Motley.
Yeah.
They used to call Motley bassman Magolong. Dum-
Motley after
So-
Kenrick and then Motley and yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
yes. Can somebody get Mike for us, please? We're ready with Mike here tonight. So I'm going to have to call him.
I would really love Mike to be.
No, okay.
The only way.
Big Six, tell me something. What do you
Yeah.
remember of Harley the most? Knowing him, growing up and in the music world, what is the most striking phenomenon that comes to your mind when you think about Halibut?
Well, the most striking thing I would say, anything you would say or he would hear or something funny, you think he would make a song on that, he would write some lyrics on that.
Okay.
Ali had a book with hundreds of songs. He used to just write lyrics all the time.
Okay,
And then he would put them together.
we are saying
It was amazing the way he would do it.
Six, sorry about that. I'm sorry to our listeners. We really want to get Mike. I seen Mike there with his glasses on like a professor
Yeah.
there. He's waving. But Mike, can you unmute the mic, please? I'm sorry. You're talking, but I'm not hearing
I
you.
think I see.
Yeah, the mic has an issue.
We're seeing you, Mike.
That's
But
what I see.
Mike, just
So,
go.
Mike,
You can hear me. Just go. Look down. You see
I
like
see.
a box with like an X by it.
that is Mike.
Just press it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I see a picture of Mike in the
Yeah,
background.
he's there. He's talking, but he's.
Mike is live on, but it's just that his mic is
Yes, can hear him.
Mike, can you unmute your mic,
Oh,
please? Because Jama want to hear you, tonight.
Cut off again.
It's there. It's still a Mike Morrow. Okay, so we just come in there, and yes.
So I want to take from where Dada left off, because I think that's an important
Yep,
part
yeah.
of the conversation tonight. Yeah. As Dada has
Yeah.
rightly pointed out.
Some road tricks. Lyrics.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go
So,
ahead.
as Dada rightly pointed out,
Original Mike.
Harley was a unique talent when it comes to writing. I think that was his
But people
greatest
like that,
gift.
that's
And,
why they're so creative.
He was able to deliver songs as Dada say over 4 decades, from the late 60s, 70s, and well into late 2020s, and so I think he had a special talent, a special gift in a
Yep.
and Six made mention that he was constantly writing. And I think that should tell our young writers, our young artists something about how you get this thing done. That you have to be constantly working on your craft. You have to constantly be doing new things, reinventing yourself. And that is why Harley is one of the few writers and performers in Dominica to have scored hits over 3 decades. I mean, that is clearly the reason. because every time he reinvented himself. So he was singing a particular style of songs in the 70s when Bells Combo was, bursting on the Calypso scene, when the Calypso scene was in fact growing and evolving. Then later on, he continued his stuff in the late 70s, early 80s. Took a break. He went away. You must forget, Harley was out of Dominica for a while, and came back. Came back with a vengeance. Winning competitions. By the way, he didn't. Not only did he win the credit union competition, he won a competition that was organized by Wadix and Jeff Joe and those guys, Lofty in Harlem. Dada, if you can remember, that was, I think that's just a one-off competition, and Harley just mashed up that place with that song that he wrote, and that began a new career for him. We see the emergence of a different kind of Harley with a kind of song. One of the things I think we have to give Harley credit for is the ability to use the Creole language in a way. Very few Dominican writers have used the Creole. I mean, apart obviously from the creators like Gordon Henderson and Jeff Joe. I always give credence to those guys because they're among the greatest. But Harley, in terms of the use of the indigenous language, our own language, our mother tongue, that's why he wrote the song. And he was the best in terms of his ability to utilize the language in ways that nobody else has ever been able to. So I was saying to myself that can you imagine Harley in a songwriting camp? I don't know if other writers will be able to follow with Harley, because his style was so unique. His style was so different. How are you going to be in a camp and follow Harley? Because he was so different. I think all you could do. Yeah.
I just want to say, I want to interject a little bit. As you say about what Harley and his writing, Harley to me was on the level of how they would rate somebody like a Vybz Kartel. See how Vybz Kartel had lyrics genius of dancehall. He could do Vybz Kartel can do anything with dancehall. Harley was that kind of artist for Calypso.
Yes.
That was the level he was on. He was I'm not saying that he was smarter than the other artists per se, but his way he could use it, he could play with it. He could do anything with English or Creole.
Yeah.
Harley was a genius, man. I always say that about Harley. He was a genius, and especially look at me. See how he wrote Mama Zafa for Janet.
Oh yes, that's another song.
Let me not forget that one.
That's another wicked track.
But Dada, quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I was thinking, how do we immortalize that song with Dada mentioned, Powerball?
Powerball.
I was thinking we need to get that song into the school system, because the way he put those proverbs is thing, as you say, any Dominican anywhere just hearing that song. So I think as part of this program, one of our tasks would be to see if we can get that song into the education system at whatever level, and just make that national anthem. So that's probably one task we need to
with the Creole segment of it, yeah. I must say again, let me just interject and say that we did a contribution to Bells Combo, tribute to Bells Combo, which came out well. That's Harley and Bells Combo. Serena did that, and I find that we were happy and proud to do that, because we think that Bells Combo contributed significantly to the Cadres genre of Dominica's music, which was like a very good thing. So that was a mix of a whole set of Bells Combo songs that came down very well accepted by the public.
One of the things which I'll be doing, working in concert, of course, with the Member of Parliament, the Village Council, everybody, Sobers, I know you're working on that, and of course a number of people on board, and that's good is to sometimes soon to have a special event for Harley, and I know Wadix is passionate about that, to celebrate and to pay tribute to him in his village, and I know already Serenade is on board with that, so I want to commend you for that also, because as Serenade will be the nerve band, them to actually lead and actually trying to bring back some of the songs of Halibut and Bells Combo on the whole. Mike, Mike is still there, but he's still. I'm trying to call him, but he's on the cell phone, so I can't get him sobers because his phone is not ringing. Yeah. So let us see. Let us just wait and.
So listen. So Donnie made a suggestion. I think we should just let it pass. So here's the thing.
Yes.
So there are some ideas that that we've been talking about and floating around. There are a couple of things. One, at a national level and at a local level. Yeah. Okay, so I was saying at two levels. So to immortalize, not just.
Mike trying to call me. Mike trying to call me there,
Yeah, but tell him if you try to call him.
But we can't get him.
But
on.
I'm trying.
If we call you, we can't get him on.
So Big Six, tell him he can hang up, and I'm going to call him on the phone. And he may be hearing me. So if he's hearing me, if he comes out from the link, I'm going to call him directly. And he'll just join us on the phone. Okay? Okay. Yes, continue. Sorry, Sylvie.
So I was saying that,
Yeah?
He sent me a message. Somebody sent me a message. He said to call him on WhatsApp to see if he could get through.
Yeah, but that's what I tell you. No.
Good call him.
DBS will decide to call him. So.
Okay, let me. Okay. All right, fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying that there are a couple of things that we need to focus on, because I think these conversations mustn't just be about talk, but must have a call to action, down the road. So I'm going to propose a couple of things. Guys, you know me, I always do that. So I'll take the liberty tonight to do that again, Kalti.
Yeah.
So there are two things that I think that we have to really look in terms of how we build and expand this music business, and that you talk about that all the time. Yeah. So I want to suggest clearly, guys, that there's a lot of work that we have to do around the music business, and the reason why there's a lot of work that we have to do is because people like Harley, people like Mike Morrow, people like Chubby, and people like Gordon Henderson and the others give their life to the development of music, and Carty Winston here from Serenity as well. And for them, because I think the artists today, they really should be saying that they stand on the shoulders of these guys, and for us to immortalize them, to us to get them to think about their contribution. There are a few things that we have to do. One, I want to suggest, and Ray, you are a member of cabinet and member of parliament and all that. There's a couple of things that we have to do. We have to relook how we structure and organize the music business in Dominica and give support to the musicians. A lot of musicians having difficulty in their little life. And
make it easier for them.
Okay, so we continue, please. We're going to call Mike on WhatsApp. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So I think that there are things that we have to do for the musicians, particularly the elders, because there are a lot of elders in this music business, and some of them are falling on hard times, and some of them are having difficulties in their later life. I think we have to consider, Honorable Ray, Senator Ray, how we can incentivize these people. One, we need to look at maybe a way to provide some kind of pension through.
That's it. Okay, Mike. Mike. So we hold on a while. We have Mike. Mike, are you there?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. It's such an honor. Yeah, we had to improvise and have you call you via WhatsApp because we're not getting you to click the little box. How are you, Mike? Hello.
Gosh. Disappeared again.
Hello.
Yes, Mike. Go ahead. Just talk. I can hear you. Just talk. You're live.
No man.
We are live.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. Talk.
That's crazy.
We can hear you, Mike. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but they're trying to call me here.
Yeah, call. Speak. We have you live. You're live now, Mike. We're calling on WhatsApp. Answer.
Yeah.
Answer. You're live, Mike. You're live. Just talk.
Okay.
Good evening.
No.
How are you doing,
I
Mike?
don't hear me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh man. What a disaster. Oh.
That is black, modem, Mike. That's black. But let's go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're hearing you. We're hearing you right now. Just talk. You're live.
I hear some feedback there.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Just talk. You're live. Tell us something about Bell's Combo, how Bell's Combo started, and Halibut.
Bells come. Okay, Bells come back when we started back in the 60s, around 62.
1962. I was not even born yet.
Yeah, I was in school.
Okay.
In school
Mm-hmm.
when the band started.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it was started by Gregory Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy called Stan. That was Gregory Samuel and Laro, Enoch John Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
So those two guys actually came up with the idea.
Okay.
Because of every second feast to have dances mago, we to have a band coming. That time was swinging star music. So we decided, well, we're going to start with our own group.
Mm-hmm.
Being I was only a real young musician in the village,
Mm-hmm.
Because there was other guys like Riviere,
Yes.
the Esprits, those were musicians. So those guys also played. My dad was also a musician.
Oh my God, I never knew that.
So, yeah, my dad was also my granddad was a musician also. So that's when it just came out. I actually learned to play guitar, started on the banjo.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take my dad's banjo and go to school with it.
Mm-hmm.
And during break time, play it on. Anyway,
Yes.
to make a short story long.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the 60s, at school,
Mm-hmm.
I can remember them guys used to have to go on that murder
Mm-hmm.
before they go and take a job to play somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, the very first jam the band did, I don't know if you can remember that. But Elkin Henry,
Mm-hmm.
he built that two-story building there.
Mm-hmm.
And he had intended to put like a restaurant on the lower floor. So for that Benton feast of that year, I can't remember exactly what it was. But we ended up playing there. But we only had a lead guitar, a bass, we had a Vox amplifier, and Marshall lead amp. So for that jam, we did bring in Julie Mate.
Mm-hmm.
He came with his guitar and his amplifier. So we played there in that afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had at that time we used to give dances so we could make funds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that time we had Rusty was on drum, Laro was on percussion. Well, we had a bunch of guys starting.
Mm-hmm.
We had Massac, we had three guys. We had Henwood Powell, Jim Pestina, and Wilmot Elliott.
Jim Preston wasn't in a band too.
That's the nucleus.
The nucleus, right? Yeah, the nucleus of the band. Yeah. Yes.
Actually, we actually operated just like a group in the village.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to give dances and so we could collect funds.
Yes.
Because when we try to get some money from all them prominent guys in the village. Um, we didn't get far.
Okay.
But the first thing they told me was, anything that starts in that village it will last.
Oh my
But
God.
I think I proved them wrong
Okay.
much more than they ever thought.
Yes.
Because that band stayed up there for almost 20 years
Yeah.
under my leadership.
Yes. But for matter of fact, Mike, before you came on, Big Six actually said so, and he said he wanted to play some public record. The respect he has for you, how you kept the band together, the leadership he provided. And I want to add my voice to it too, because I can recall as a little boy coming to see you guys practice. Even when I joined the force before I got married, I used to come every time I left work. You can recall seeing people like myself outside there,
Right.
you guys practicing. And I used to admire the fact that you come with your book and you give everybody the part. Yes, ma'am? And they had to come back with
Right.
the part. So that level of class and gravitas you brought to the art form, it is something that is lacking right now to an extent that folks like yourself, Gordon Anderson, all the guys, Jeff, Jordan, for us, they had, and all of the great bands that before, Linford John, this guys there, Billowman, and all those great groups. And for that, we want to, although we are celebrating Holiday tonight, but we also want to say thank you very much for what you did, not only for the village. And Bells Combo was synonymous with Mao, and our carnival was something else, the biggest. In the West Coast, people used to come down from St. Joseph down to Mao. You can recall those days? And
Right. I don't forget this.
right. So take us now. You had what about for the Massacre? There's a guy who used to be a body man. Telemac.
That's Telemark.
Telemac was also part of that group before
Yeah, that's on the nucleus.
Nucleus, right? Now from the
Two guys from Massa.
yes, right.
Yeah, it was three of us from Mao.
Mm-hmm.
Then we added Jeff. We added Hugh coming up, from there.
Yes.
If we tell you we got to Harley. No, I think 6 came in before Harley. Yeah. No, I think no.
Harley came before 6, according to what 6 said earlier on, if I'm not mistaken, Sobi.
Yeah, I think,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but anyway,
And then Thomas and I
Harley, Thomas, and
coming after
came in just around the same period.
Yeah. But Harley came in
Rest in
before
peace.
Harley came in before them, from what Big Six said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And Thomas and Big Six came together. And
Right.
Together,
Right.
yes.
Right.
yes. So tell us something.
So we also
yeah.
had we also had
Foley.
Foley Ismail,
Yeah, Foley Ismail. Yeah, used to play.
his brother. Then Hughes. Yeah.
Hughes. Yeah.
You need your voice.
After the two, we had 245s.
Mm.
With Barbados. That
Yeah.
was around 17.
Mm-hmm.
There was more.
Yeah, around that time when
before, boy.
Big Riviere was our manager.
Yes, Vic Riviere. I can recall that. When you guys used to
Yeah,
go,
he was
Yeah,
our
yeah.
manager.
you guys used to always go to Grenada.
Right.
Yeah.
And that one went to Grenada and Martinique.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
That was really-
the best combo itself.
Like I have a poster.
We had some
Okay, so
records that-
Sobi, sorry, can you mute your mic, Sobi? Yes, go ahead, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that the band had a lot of
Mm.
important, also like is breaking records.
Yes, yeah.
We play. I can remember one night we were playing a dinner
Every record
in
that
Fort
was-
Young,
yeah, music TV.
and we were playing some songs.
Yes.
And this guy came up from
That
his bed
funny
approached
number
me.
once you- at the
So
time,
tune.
you
I forgot his last name. And he came out there to see if it was a recording. He said that could be a local band that was playing it.
Yeah, you guys.
That song was a recording.
Yes.
So that's how good the band sounded in that days.
Now-
Then we went to Martinique,
Mm.
and that's
Yeah.
where we got in when Exile One came out with the kind of Calypso.
Yes.
But our beat itself was pretty different from Exile.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
So in the time
Yes.
of Exile One and Gaylords,
Yes.
it had the shadow.
Mhm.
What was another group again?
Dano.
Yeah, but
Dano was a Canadian
but we
band.
had our own. And
Mhm.
then through the years,
Mhm.
I saw the group really develop, and he made a big difference in the group
Yes.
because because of his composing strength.
That's Halibut.
Yes,
Yes.
he really made a big difference.
Mhm.
Even though he and I don't only loves and but the point is, I always tell people
Yeah.
once he come, he play music, he practice, come
Mhm.
to play,
Mhm.
we good to go.
Yeah. But you said
So,
something to me about he always respected you, you said.
oh yes, he did. He did.
Mhm.
Because people used to tell me, "Oh, I have to say things about you." I say, "Yeah, okay," but I never confronted him
Okay.
because it didn't make no sense.
Yeah, I get your point. And you were this guy,
Yeah,
kind of serious guy, and you came to play music, etc. And at the end of the day,
that's all.
you got the job done. But as you
Yes,
right, you said he added a new dimension to the band, a new flavor, and he composed most of the songs. But what would you say that was extraordinarily special about Halibut? He being a part of Bears Combo, the Halibut that you knew.
I think his actual performance skill,
Mm-hmm. Skill, okay.
because we used to just play music. We used to play with standing up, what I was standing up in there like in church,
Mm.
because we are moving. Really a new dimension.
Yeah.
So and it projected the group
Mm-hmm.
much more as a entertainment
Mm-hmm.
group.
Yes, I can recall.
Also,
Go ahead. Sorry for breaking off.
okay.
Mm.
Also, um, we did some tours in the mid 70s
Mm.
after we had that liberation of the album.
Mm.
Yeah, we went. I can remember we went to St. Thomas and we had to play. It was around Christmas time, so we had to play at day and night
Okay, Mike. Sorry, please.
in
No. Sorry, Mike. Sorry. Those of us on the Zoom link, please. Can you unmute can you mute your mics, please, because we're getting some feedback there.
Oh yeah.
I'm Sobers, Dr. Dublin, and the others. Please mute your mics. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Mike, go ahead. Hello. Well,
No, you
go-
hear me now?
yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we went to St. Thomas. I still have a feedback. So.
I'm hearing you clearly. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we went to St. Thomas wanting to play, and then we had to come back to Dominica to play next day at day and night. And imagine, we played from the dance hall to the airport to pick up a plane
Mm-hmm.
to come to Dominica to play in the afternoon, day and night,
Mm-hmm.
or a Christmas time.
Mm.
We also went to Martinique one time, and the same thing happened to us. We were in St. Martin, I mean in Martinique,
Mm-hmm.
and then we come down to play next day and night again.
Oh my God.
All that time,
Mm-hmm.
Bang was playing, doing what we had to do, but sometimes I had to go and wake up guys in bed.
Yeah. Yes. You're serious.
I used to have to go up the hill, run up Joyce and see. We have to play at 2 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
in the center.
Yes.
And
Yes.
someone sleeping. I had to go
Oh,
and wake
well,
up. So
Big Six was sleeping too.
those were those was the dedication. That was the dedication. So I mean, all in all, the band itself did a lot of good for Marco.
Yes. Yes.
We
Certainly.
put Marco on the map,
Mm-hmm.
and we put Dominica on the map also
Mm-hmm.
because we played in every St. Pierre, the St. Peter's Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we played from north to south to east to west.
And,
So St. Peter started around June 29.
mm-hmm.
29.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to play from that weekend,
Mm-hmm.
almost every weekend with someone.
Yes. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Now the thing is, you guys played wrong, Dominica, and at the time you had Swinging Stars when all the other bands like Exile One, those bands had migrated, and then you had
Right.
so bands like Bells Cambo, and then you had Swinging Stars, more or less the dance bands in Dominica,
Right.
and then there was Levi Low Black was the lead
Yeah.
vocalist, and Halibut.
Mm,
They were the two guys at the time. And
right. Right.
there was a national discourse as to who was the best. You can recall that?
Right. Yep.
And then,
Yep.
so take us back to Simone and the other
Oh,
the other
God.
places that you played in Dominica with Halibut and what is I'm struck at the time or that to the extent it's still part of your memory.
Simon itself,
Yeah.
that's another story.
Mhm.
Because the way we play Simon, I think what is Tony that actually that person.
Yes.
So we used to play there every Sunday. Man, that was the job.
Yes. Yeah.
Sometime we were there playing all night music blasting mystery.
Mhm.
Next thing you hear,
Mhm.
people breaking on the walls.
Yeah. Well, that's something else. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
But we have to stop the music and go and stop. We are starting a musician.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to go and we'll fight and things. But people was looking forward to that every weekend.
Yes. Let me.
This was just like going to church on Sunday,
Mhm.
Sunday afternoon, bells combo.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Which part in Dominica, though? I know you traveled overseas. You went to St. Thomas. I think Big 60, you guys went to Colombia and to Canada, etc.
Yep.
But let's start with Dominica first. Which part of the country you prefer to have played at the time when you guys were going around playing?
Well, we saw Point Michelle, Collingwood,
Okay.
Portsmouth. Well, the coast, the
The coast.
entire coast. We used to play Coolidge Street, all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap up. Now we used to go and play in the country areas like Wetika, went to Petit Savan, Brandy. But the real jam used to be the center wherever we had last time here.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah. Otherwise, because we had one experience I could remember. The other thing is we used to play mostly to help the other villages.
Mhm.
We tried to raise funds. And,
Yeah.
time they call us to play in Woodford Hill.
Yes.
So then people say they have a disco there, partner.
Mm.
Next thing you know, when we arrive, we go. I look to see where they don't want us to play. The thing is that no flooring. We have
Huh?
to play. Dirt they have on the floor,
That-
Dirt they had on the floor. Imagine we drive all the way to Woodford Hill.
Mhm.
And we couldn't play. I tell them, no, we won't be able to sing the those songs without good.
Yes.
Yeah, and we couldn't play that night.
Yes.
That's the kind of experience that band had.
But,
And the kind of things that we go through.
yes.
But
No.
it was still fun. We used to take it for real fun.
Yes.
At that time, when nobody was playing for money.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just playing for the fun.
Can you imagine that?
We really enjoyed it.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Let us go back to Halibut, the man himself.
Mm.
Now,
Yeah.
I know he was a lead vocalist, but was he
Yeah.
able to play instruments at all? Because somebody told me he could have played drum, keyboards, guitar. I'm not sure how true that is.
Yeah, I think he used. Well, not with the group actually, but after a while, was interested in the keyboard.
Okay,
Yeah, he was in a little bit of guitar also.
guitar. Okay, that's great.
But,
That's great.
he
Yeah.
was not as strong,
Yeah.
and
That's
he didn't really stay with it.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was
Yes.
concentrating more on the vocal.
Yes. Tell me. I mean, you would have played with a number of local guys. I know Cole used to come to Mau and check you, and
Yeah.
other guys like of Kofa, Midnight Groovers, and you guys. I mean, used to come by your father and play guitar. Can you call Little Boy, recalling those days. But when you look at Halibut, and if you were to compare him with the other folks that you knew around his time, how would you rate great Halibut in terms of his talent?
Well, he had a unique way about him that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
And some of it he kept it. It was subdued.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think although you are kind of boisterous type,
I like it.
he really didn't. He didn't like to show it off.
Okay.
But he was really kind of up and up.
Yes.
Ali was demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
But compared to other guys like say like Chubby and them guys, he had a knock over some guys.
Okay. It's a
Because
bit,
if you check his lyrics
yeah.
and his compositions, you
Yeah.
could see a completely different way of writing it and laying it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that you're making that point, because that was what the young man who was working with him towards the end, the one he actually had this Powerball and this kind of song, Tongue Too Long. And that's what you were saying, his ability. I mean, like he was a step in terms of the lyrical content and the quality of his writing, and his ability to play with words. And you're, it's amazing that you're saying that. Now, in the songs that you guys have, Bells Combo, that Harley, of course, Harley and yourself, Harley did most of the songs. You did one or two, because you were good too, you know. I'm like, because you used to play guitar, lead guitar, and still sing. Not any man doing that, eh? Now,
yeah, well,
and you did that.
I was number one guitarist for 3 years in a row. So
you're number one where?
Number one guitarist in WM for 3 straight years.
But before you came on, I was saying that, and I don't want any man to get vexed with me and say because Ruben is a Mao man and Mike is from Mao. But I'm saying that and one man I used to like when he played Bells Combo song, may so rest in peace, was Ted Delino, that guitar aspect of the song, man. Very prominent in the song. That's something else. And so the songs that you guys had of Halibut, which are the songs? I know so many of them that really struck you. I mean, the songs that you still believe that it's the best among the best songs that Harley and Bells Combo actually produced.
To me, the one that I really was top of my list would have been Halibut.
Yeah, that's
the one.
Yes,
that's the one. You check the lyrics on that song.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, deep song.
I don't think of all the songs we have in the country. I don't think they could touch that. Lyrically and musically, everything. It was not just the number of numbers.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Okay, so Mike, stick around. I'm so happy. So I am immensely pleased, honestly, to have that opportunity to speak with you tonight, and to allow our listeners to hear your voices. It has been a long time. The last time you performed in Dominica was 2004, according to my recollection, the festival.
Yes.
And to hear you now in the public space, I'm still very fluent and lucid. It brings joy to my heart, and I'm certain that people who are listening to us, not only from the Mao area and Massac and Campbell, Warner, because you guys used to play Warner too. I can recall walking in the shortcut. And the moonlight now you guys playing in that hall in Warner. It's not so. No, so all the guys listening, but also Dominicans on the whole, and to hear you tonight, so very strong, and can recall events. I mean, it speaks volume of a class, you know. And say good evening to your wife and your family.
That's just one thing I wanted to say. Before I left, I told the guys, I need to set your guys on international stage.
Yes.
And I fought to make sure we went to Canada for Caribana.
Yes.
That's the year before I left.
Yeah. You left.
So we did go up there and we performed
Yes.
classic again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But up to
Yeah,
now,
classic.
people talking about Belscambo when you guys used to go to the island, and
Yep.
yes, and you guys played well and left a mark, and
Yep.
we're grateful for that. Now I don't want you to go, but I want to bring in Big Six to say what he said about you and Halibut while you were not on. Big Six, are you still there?
Yeah. I'm there. I'm listening.
Put on the mic. Go ahead now and say what do you want to say to compliment or what Mike said about Halibut and Belscambo, because you would have been when Mike left. I think was it in 1987, Mike? I'm not sure. I could remember.
85.
85. Okay, 85. Big Six took over the leadership of the band. It's not so Big Six.
Yeah. But Mike really didn't want to
Yeah.
really go like that, because he asked us. We have a choice whether we want him to stay or he can continue with his moving to the Americans to be American citizen.
Yeah.
But we did after all these years, we didn't want to hold Mike back.
Okay.
Because by that time we had gotten all the teachings and the techniques that Mike had taught us
Yeah.
through voice, and then we had Harley.
Yeah.
So we wanted to give Harley the exposure that he really needed to bring all of us out.
Mm-hmm.
So we tell Mike, he can go along. I mean, even if after he gone, that is to say that it was a good flowing thing because we had our little issues.
Yeah.
Because when Mike was there, everything, I mean, he was the leader. It took a little while for us to transition to really take form,
Yeah.
And it was a struggle in the beginning, but eventually things go in, go out, because when Harley wasn't there, then we had to bring in Nico, and we had to do different things to make it happen.
Yes.
And but I always used to report to Mike certain things, because even like making engagements, I would make a list where we're going to play, and I'll pass it through Mike, and Mike would say, no, that's cool, Six, but you see here, we better skip here and go there, or do this and do that. And every time it does that, you can see it made a difference.
Yeah.
So that's why I always would say, no matter what, in front of him, behind of him, I'll give him his credit.
Yes.
Maybe I was one of the players that give him more rudeness than more.
Yes. Yeah.
I always want to question. I would like to dip into you, and cut,
Yeah.
But we always had a good relationship otherwise. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because I was talking to him, and I'll tell him my true what I think, and he would say whatever, and we would resolve it. And we had the mediator, Jake. Jake always put a stall waiting.
Yes, Jake, the keyboard man.
So the band had a well-balanced group. It was a well-balanced group, trust me.
Yes. No.
And I mean, we get a lot of that kind of steadfastness through the leadership of Mike. I used to tell Harley, I used to tell all them man what I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people don't like you for saying straight like it is, but that is the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
I believe in saying straight, either crouching or hating or nothing. I just saying like it is and let it go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So Mike, I respect you, and I always looking up to you, and I always letting you know. You know what I mean? So on behalf of Harley and the other guys, irrespective of all what this and go, giving thanks, man.
Yes.
Every time.
I'm indeed struck by that. But you're saying Big Six is that when Mike got the opportunity to migrate to the US and with his family, he did not want to go. He wanted to stay with the band, and he asked of you guys. So I mean, and isn't that something else that speaks to the guy's commitment to Belscambo and the community?
Well, the other thing, I was so invested in that.
Okay, I got your point. Yeah.
Yeah, you're so invested in it. You didn't want to see it drop.
Yes.
But at least I did pick up from what was doing, and I always communicate with him. He used to always I didn't know much thing without I consulted him.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
But when he came in the group, I think he was probably the only person that probably take up from when
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you saw a leader in him. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me say good to some of the folks, Tosral from my area, Picardy,
Right.
and my good buddy Voice, and Voice a bassman and a very nice voice also, and Hughes was in the U.S. also.
Right.
Used to be a drummer before Tosral came, and we had this guy. He has passed on. Rusty, what Rusty used to do in the band?
Drama.
Drummer, right? A
But
drummer.
that's what he members of nucleus.
Nucleus, okay, Rusty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mike, tell me something about Kendrick. Well, Kendrick, I never saw him play bass, but he used to play bass. But he used to like to, his area used to be on a table. He used to just jump on tables. Is that true?
Oh
But
boy, that guy.
in my body where I say I was a guitarist, and I said, which guitarist you? He said, ask Mike.
Anytime we go look in there, he's shouting somebody. That partner there.
Yeah,
Me and him work together. Man,
yeah.
me and him we're not going together,
No, then you had Foley used to play
Yeah.
the thing. How you call it again?
Yeah, he was strong.
Right.
He was stronger. He was from Timberlands.
Yes, Timberlands.
One
Conga man.
only percussion house.
Yes, yes.
But
And
I mean,
Don't forget Thomas.
Yeah.
Don't forget Thomas.
the amount of guys that play this group anyway.
so we were talking before we came on, and Big Six was saying that Thomas and Big Six came in together.
Yeah.
Right. Now and then Laro played. Everybody knows Laro John Baptist, the accountant.
Yeah.
The guy played for Bells Cambo, keyboards and
Yeah,
stuff.
but
like that.
he was that was saying he was the nucleus wise.
Okay, Nicholas guy. Okay, fine.
Yeah, because he is the guy who was walking down the road. He Greg Samuel.
Okay.
He contacted me
Yes.
on the afternoon.
Okay,
And
great.
then along the route, we passed by Jake.
Yeah.
Jake got checked, and then Jake was there with Ross. Those two guys were talking. Yeah. So,
Yes. And now
yeah, man.
Alvin Hogan.
Yeah. So I've been thinking at the same time that Foley.
Foley, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Even Foley's brother, he did a little stint. He was a couple of weeks, so what he did last long.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, man.
Sobi and Dr. Dublin, I'm going to give you guys a chance to say something because Mike is on, and that's the big guy there, the guy who did it all.
I have an interesting piece of history, all right?
Yes.
Somebody once sent me a ticket.
Can you speak to Sobi? We're not hearing you too clearly. Speak
You
to.
hear me? Are you hearing me?
No. Go ahead.
You hearing me?
A little low.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead. So.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a ticket a few years ago of a jam of a activity that was organized by the group. It says the Bell Soap Limers combo requests the pleasure of the company of at a grand Christmas dance on the 25th of December 1967 from 9 p.m. at the Maho YCW Center.
Oh my God.
And here the price. Single $1.
$1.
Couples $2.50.
Yeah.
Mike, you remember that?
But that,
No,
What year that was?
1967.
1967.
Yeah.
7, yeah, wow.
But that was plenty money, in those days.
I have a ticket, Mike. I can come to the jam.
Wait,
Yes.
no.
That is for the archive. That was plenty.
I saw the archives. I have
Oh
that.
my God.
I actually sent it to me.
Had to preserve
There was that.
The importance of history.
But
I
wait,
was saying,
Wow.
Mike, I was saying, I think you were trying to be a little bit modest. Let me tell you that now. Bell's Combo in Portsmouth at the Credit Union Hall was the baddest thing. The Credit Union Hall jam. That hall used to shake. You used to play in Dublin at the old school. and it was rock. It was rockers. It stood us to all kinds of magic. I don't know how people should see that and dance. I mean, Ben's Combo playing those dances, that was legendary. Going
Yeah.
to a jam,
In St. Joe, remember them jam in St. Joe?
of course, and Bruno's Hall as well.
We see
It
one
was
from
great.
out in St. Joe.
That's right, Ben's Combo. But I got to know Vekas, I got to know Vekas guys through Bell's Combo. I went to Vekas with Bell's Combo as a youngster. Never been to Vekas. I joined the guys and we went to Vekas. When we got to Vekas, I had never seen anything like that. They ushered the whole group, everybody, into a hall, a parish hall or something like that. And the table was laid up with goodies. And we were treated to the maximum food and drink.
Yep.
And then the jam started, and people came from all over. And maybe after the first note, the first beat, the place was jam packed. That was my first experience traveling with Bell's Combo to a community so far away from Maho. I mean, Vekas, just these people had to go to Vekas. It's not like now. And I mean, the reception, Mike, the reception was just grandiose. So you guys did some really good things for Maho, for Dominica, and for world, as Dad said, for world music. So I don't think you guys realize that the music you played had an impact globally. You didn't just play music for Maho or for Dominicans or for Guadeloupe and Martinique. Your music has transcended boundaries. You've reached right out there. You're part of the global music history, and so we have to congratulate you guys for your tremendous effort. Well over about 30 years of dedicated music and leadership. We don't have that anymore. The music business is different now, and so we have those of us who have the responsibility, to shepherd and to mold it. Must use some of those old things, because we can't throw all of those old values, guys. We have to look at some of those old values, the discipline, the hard work, the organization that is required. Of course, at a different level now, because now music is a business, and so you have to put more effort now on the business side of things, which is what I think was the weakness of your generation. I mean, truth be told, that was the weakness, and that is why people like Harley was frustrated at some point, and that is why a lot of the musicians now are falling on hard time. And I say, let us look and see how we can fix that. And I was starting to suggest a few things that we have to do to fix some of that. One, I think we need to look at a pension scheme for our musicians. That's one. Two, encourage musicians to contribute to the social security scheme, so that when they get to the age of 65, they have something that they can benefit from. That's the second one. The third one is
the second one should be the second one should be the first one.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, the two are tied together. The third point is, Mr. Blackmore, as a minister in the government, I want to suggest that we need to look at the cultural ambassador program. I want to suggest that there should be different levels, different tiers of that program. So one could be your spokesperson, like your Wadix or your Benjis and so. But we should have cultural ambassadors who can be mentors and teachers and facilitators, like a Harley should have been, or Chubby must be. We need to use Chubby as a mentor now, to go into communities, to go into schools. Julie Martin, who is one of the most knowledgeable musicians in Dominica, he should be teaching kids in the Rosa catchment area music, and we can pay them a stipend so that they can live, they can support themselves for the rest of their lives. And then the other one is, well, not the last one. The other one is recognition. There are lots of cultural or musical icons, cultural icons, not just musicians, that have not been awarded or given meritorious service award at the national level. I think we need to fix that. There are people who have been like Mike Morrow for 60 years, and I don't think Mike has ever been given any award or honor for his tremendous work. I think we need to look at that and to fix that. And then the last one is we need to invest in institutions at the community level. 40 years ago, 50 years ago, young men in Dominica used to go and build band houses, or they would get their parents' place to practice and to use to play. Today is different. I think we need to see a new kind of investment so we can teach people, we can teach the young generation the music that we want to take to the world.
Yeah.
Because that is something that we have to focus attention on. So I throw those ideas again as part of the conversation, because as I said earlier on, this is not just a talk. We should see some action coming out of this conversation. So
Yeah.
pension scheme, social security, honoring the cultural ambassador program, so that we can make these guys mentors. It can be a dedicated team of mentors going forward, and they can go to the schools, go into the communities to pass on their knowledge, pass on their skills. They may not be great teachers, but they can be mentors, and they can pass on their skills. These are some of the ideas I want to throw tonight.
Ray.
Okay. Mike, I'm not sure if you can recall. I note your points, but also to say one of the wonderful and remarkable things that's emerging here tonight, and going back to the era of Mike Moreau and Moreau's, and I say Moreau's because you have folks like Gordon Anderson, etc. There's something special coming from those guys that I think that we should be talking about. How do we get people to emulate that sense of industry that they have, that sense of ambition, that sense of seriousness, and all that is tied to a value system. And so a number of things that we ask of the government to do, it is cool, but we have to also look at within ourselves as individuals, and to try to create a niche for ourselves. And whereas I'm one of those advocating for that, and the government has done tremendous work in that regard. But I want us to just do some soul searching and introspection, and to look at ourselves. And if you're talking about the days when you had the Mike Moreau's, and there was a wow in our community, to the extent to which all of us used to go by the banners. And these guys give back to community. They played on the road for nothing. And that is an element where we try to bring back into the society, that sense of giving back to community, that sense of belonging to something that is greater than us. You get my point? And it speaks to service to community, service to country. And I think once you have that element of industry and doing things with excellence and class, money will follow you. That was what Mike was able to do. That was what Gordon Anderson was able to do. And so I think that whereas we can ask for other people to do things for us, but we ourselves have to demonstrate that we're serious about what we're doing, and other people can take us seriously. So I wanted to just make that point there tonight. Dr. Dublin, you're going to say something. Mike, yeah, partnership. So because you and I had that discussion, so when I was the parrot and talking about the need. Because having, for example, shows of it, because the guys are getting older. So how do we transfer what they have to the younger generation? You see? And it seems to me we have to go back to the communities, we have to go back to the classrooms. But that is where the whole issue of having organization coming in at the community level. It doesn't have to be driven by the government per se. But when I speak about government, okay, in the main, in my understanding, and what is government, really and truly, the people are the government, and so it's not something we should view from a one-dimensional standpoint. And whereas I want to agree with you, but it has to be a partnership and an appreciation that you, the individual, the onus is on you to create a niche for yourself. Mike, somebody's asking me a question on social on the Facebook page. I'm not sure, and because somebody's older than me and Dr. Dalbin, if I can recall Wendy Allen. Wendy Allen, Mike, at the Mao School. You can recall. I'm not going to be your standby love. Spooge. No. No. You can recall that? Mike, can you recall that?
Where the mouse?
Of course, the Mao School, man. Wendy Allen.
Yeah, man.
Can you recall that, Sobi?
Oh, yes, man. Oh, yeah.
I try to keep it in what period of the what?
You guys already back up. Isn't that so, Sobi?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When
I can't recall
in my school.
Because,
Or in the center or somewhere.
yeah, but best come.
I know.
Yeah, man.
We also used to back up things in it.
Obstinate, yeah, you guys back up Obstinate too. For matter of fact,
Yes, obstinate.
Obstinate said that's the best backup he got, you know.
Yes.
Isn't that so, Mike?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we do that almost without any practice, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We might want to take one or two calls because we wanted to make this thing and I would give Mike a chance to speak on Big Six and to really place on the record, of course, on record what they have done and Harley's contribution to the product that Best Combo was known for. And you heard for yourself what Mike said, and Mike was the leader of the band and one of the founding members of the band. And it was history again tonight to have listened to Mike and Big Six and Sober as a Spirit, Dr. Dublin. I want to commend you, Dr. Dublin and Young Sobers, for always being there for your community, always being part of something progressive. And we need more people like that. And the young man who worked with Halibut, who doctored his music. And let me see if I have somebody on here right now. Hello, good night.
Hello.
Good evening. Good night. Hello. You're live on the best radio. Good evening. Hello. Somebody's calling, but I don't know what's wrong with the person. Okay. Yes. Dr. Dublin, you're saying something.
Yeah, I want to support all what Sober said.
Mhm.
I would want to add that copyright and rights of music is a key component in terms of longevity and people benefiting. If they don't benefit, at least their offspring. So I would just want to add that aspect to what Sober said. Somebody sent me a message that Harley and Calypso needs to be mentioned. I'm not sure if you.
Yeah, Harley would have written for Chris B, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And took him to the finals.
I want to
Okay,
ask
so
Harley and Mike, what was the rule?
hello, good night.
Came into
Hi, good evening.
into Best Combo.
Okay, yeah, you're live. Dr. Dublin, hold on, please. We have a caller. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'm calling from New York, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Extending my condolences to Bell's Combo, to Mike and the group and Harley. And I must say, Harley was one of the guys who inspired me when we started this band B+.
Lazo?
Yeah, and I also, that's me, New York.
Yeah. Just say Lazo, no, guys.
And I want to also thank Mike and the rest of the group. They really took us on board. And when the band really ended, I mean, we took up all the engagements that they had all over the country. We were in Portsmouth, we were in Colliho, we were in Dubla. I mean, they took us up, they brought us all along with them. I mean, we performed with them during the intermission. They taught us a lot. Harley himself taught me a lot. I remember I used to spend my summer holidays in Shimeko with Harley, and he used to really, train me and give me some little tips and performance and all those things. And I really need to thank you guys for that, because we were exposed to Dominica culture and we were exposed to Dominicans because of Mike and his group Bell's Combo. And I need to really thank you guys for that. And I mean, Harley will be missed. And thank you, Mike. Thank you, the rest of the members of the group. I mean, you guys nurtured us. You guys taught us. You allowed us to use your instruments for practicing before we go out to any engagement. Mike would always tell us, your guys have 2 hours, and then, it was really a collaboration, a really good collaboration. And I mean, every single fist after the band, I mean, every single fist in Dominica, down to Portsmouth Carnival, we had that, and it's just because of Bell's Combo. And we really did appreciate that. And thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lazo. Jean Fromager, former government printer and former lead vocalist for B+. B+ was a tight band, Dr. Dublin.
B+.
Yeah. Very, very tight. Very tight. We're getting some feedback. Very,
B
very tight.
plus and all them
Yes,
having together.
it's because B plus the likes of W keyboards man, the drummer, the drummer, bongos, all them guys there, Buck, Bootin, may his soul rest in peace, Linford.
Some good talent.
These guys were tight. Yes, we're just about to call it a night, and we have been there from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. We're going to leave at 11, and we had a wonderful panel here tonight. And we are thinking we're going to be having a special event. And Sobers, the best area you said, you were thinking about the school, but is it going to be at the market area?
No, it's at the market.
Yeah, fine, okay.
The best place.
So
Yeah.
we have to, okay, coordinate with the everyone, including the member of parliament, to make sure everybody's on board, and to ensure that we have something for the community. And not too long, about 90 minutes at the most, and to ensure that we celebrate Harley and people who have volunteered to participate.
Maybe I should have talked to that.
Yes.
So folks listening, so we're going to be doing a special tribute concert in honor of Harley. We will announce the date pretty soon, but it's being organized jointly between the PALREP office, the village council, yours truly, Dr. Dublin, my brother Calvin. So we are all chipping in together to make this thing happen. We will do it, as I say, under the by the market. And the idea is that we're going to be working with Serenade Band, and we have a musical director in the person of Simone Etienne,
Yeah.
bodies for Serenade. So he is actually putting together the music part, and so we have already put together a full repertoire of songs from Harley's Best Combo days, as well as Harley's own songs as a soloist. We have identified a number of singers. We're going to be contacting them in the next couple of days, and so the show will be promoted very soon from now. But the idea is to do a compact 90-minute set of the best songs from Harley and Best Combo to honor this legend who passed away on the 14th of March.
No, and then we have to try to put it at a time, because I spoke to his sister Catherine. She's going to come back down, and she was in Dominica recently. His only sibling. So everybody's on board so far. Everybody's happy. So all we have to do, is to finalize the system, eh? Or the one you told me about there, we have to make sure that the band is comfortable with it.
You and I, let's talk about that off.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Mike, Dr.
Yeah, man.
It was so nice having you here tonight, and it was nice talking to you. And we're going to give you the last word, but let me hear from Dr. Dublin, and then Dada, and then Mike.
Yeah, just quickly, I see we're out of time, but I wanted Six and Mike to just give maybe a minute or two, like Zuck, what was Zuck rule, that of clear, what time he came in, and how many years he stayed with the band. So quickly, and I just want to
Who is
Mike,
Zuck? Who is Zuck?
Desmond Dublin, better known as Zuck.
Yeah, Zuck. Yeah, what's Zuck came when he went to Colombia, he was during that period, but I can't remember what it was. So then when I left, I don't know how long he left in 85. But he also vocals, and then when I went in 2004, he was also the keyboard.
Yeah.
So that's another. And the thing is that so many guys pass in the group, everybody take a contribution.
Yeah.
I actually milk the contribution out of them. So,
Yeah. That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Dublin, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Dada. And that's how you Dada for B plus, eh?
Yeah.
Dada, are you there still, or are you sleeping?
I there, man.
Yeah. Your final comments, please.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, it was a pleasure being here. In such company, distinguished guys in the music. Um, Harley, as like I said, has had a tremendous impact on me as an individual and on my career in the sense of um, his his and the advice. Because if it's one thing as a younger person, I always look to the elders for guidance and context. Most of all, context,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Harley was always one such person that over the years we developed that relationship. He trusted me with his music, and it helped to shape me and sharpen me and stuff like that. We have. I don't think we lost anything. Harley has transitioned, to meet the ancestors. He's in great company, guys like Jeff and and all the rest. Harley has done tremendous for Dominica and Dominica's music, and is right now it's only right that we honor him in the way that he's deserving, you know. So yeah, it was a pleasure being here with you guys, and I really look forward to the tribute concert where we could expound a bit more on Hart.
Good, good, good. So we have a number of photos on DBS Radio's Facebook page. Doctors, Dublin, Sobers, and Mike and Dada who have been with us, and they're saying they're loving. Somebody's saying that she's loving this program, and we should do that again. Big up to my brother on the panels. On the panel, of course, Mr. Earl Bruno. Thank you very much. And I think this program should be done again. But of course, as you heard from Dr. Dublin and Sobers, we are planning something, and along, of course, the with the folks like Ambry and the family members will give us the date as to what's the best date they think we should have this event. Okay, Sobi and Mike.
Yes, man.
I want to say Sir, almost a Sir Mike. And the mic is yours to say your final comments.
Well,
And take a
thank
time,
you for
take a time to do that.
to at least express gratitude
Yeah.
so that Dominica has given me. I appreciate the fact everybody also really appreciated what I do for Dominica in my music, in my skill, my talent. While I live home, and now kind of retired, so I can't really play guitar game with guys.
Hmm.
Kind of unlimited. So thank you to Dominica.
Yes.
The only thing I like to say, I like the way that it is doing his thing.
Hmm.
He really did a good job putting the music,
Hmm.
and he's not putting the music up in front of everything in Dominica.
Yes.
Listen to him all the time on Saturday.
Yes.
And he did a good thing again with songs, our song, both of our songs. When this music playing, it just
Okay.
they don't die. That's a very good thing.
Before you go, Mike,
So
before you go though, I mean, I know we're talking Halibut and Calypso, but you have left a little legacy. This young lady from Maho who's singing Calypso right now. Um, I think she's really. I think you're a grand uncle, isn't that so?
my niece, yeah.
Yeah, your niece, right? Yeah, yeah. So at least you have a little legacy behind there. So gets so. You have any other comments you have to make?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, fine. Okay, but I want to give you a time to say whatever because that's the first public, appearance since 2004. So, folks, it was a wonderful pleasure having you here tonight. Of course, we could have gone until tomorrow, but we'll have an next opportunity in due time to celebrate Harley again and to pay tribute to him. and to make sure that the people of the Mao community and Dominica on the whole can participate and show their respects and also appreciation for the work of Halibut. Yes.
Harley, one more thing I would say is, I still think from what I'm hearing, I'm not following too much of that in income. The amount of plays I hear, I he really get what he deserved.
Yes.
Because
yes.
As he gave it, so got it back. So I appreciate everybody in Dominica for doing that.
Thank you very much. Okay, Big Six, I forget to know boy. Big Six is still there? Yeah, sorry about that before. I mean, your name is Big Six, I must make you out, my friend. Sorry about that.
Yep. Well, give thanks, my brother, to you, Ray, for all your input.
Yeah.
And we have been always speaking, and you're looking out for Harry, no matter what.
Yeah.
Politics doesn't get into things that we really like family, because how we grow up is family.
Yeah.
We can have differences, but it's love alone.
Yes.
And then to Donnie, to Mr. Dublin, and to Sobers. Well, Sobers and I, we do a lot of stuff together in the art and the music. All the we used to make posters. Those days wasn't printing things. We used to do that stuff, and Sobers would make posters and stick bells combo playing there and everything else. And then, Mike is the stalwart. Yeah. Everything comes from Mike, which I already said many times. And then with my other musical brothers like Zoc and Thomas and Keith and Barry, you know what I mean? And voice and everybody. Ferdy was another man that teach me that bring the guitar for me to start to play guitar when I was at the hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of thanks to my community people.
Yeah.
And there were guys I used to follow our band religiously and support us like small and the everyday dudes on the village.
Yeah.
A lot of them dudes. So it's a really community business. We raise funds for all villages and village councils and schools. And I was the man who goes to meet with the people to organize the jam. And Mike was always the one I would bring the information to, and he would say, let's do that so.
Yeah.
And most times it worked out. Then when the slow part came, when scientific roles and the songs, this system started to come in.
Yes.
They had a bigger song. We didn't have that kind of big song.
Yes.
So it slows down a bit.
Yes.
But we were still rocking Simon and doing the thing, man, village-wise, all over.
And then you had Wadi Cooley too.
St. Lucia, Martinique, with all our records. When we went to do our recording in Martinique, and we jam a song for the guy to record, the man was amazed.
Yeah.
They thought they said try. They don't need to try that, because all other bands, they would try. But when we sing, Harley sing that, then we do the bass, then voice would go and do a dub bass. Harley would sing, Mike would do a backup. One shot.
Oh my God, amazing. But Mike, one thing we forget though, and Mike and Big Six, and I was endlessly saddened by that, and I think the whole Mao community, when there was an accident when the truck with your instruments overturned in the around before
he was driving the truck.
Before you take Taru there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the guy died.
The guy died, yeah. It just struck me right now.
Yes.
With your instruments.
Yes.
And that would have messed up you guys' instrument to an extent too. So, so I can recall that, and I think it was, and the band still came back. A number of people felt that was it for Bears because the instrument was so compromised. But of course, it speaks to, as I said earlier on, your guys' commitment and your will to succeed. Yes. So you went for a trial. You had nobody to go to ask for money for system.
And those days it was difficult. When you bring in an instrument, those days you have to pay how much duty. Them I wouldn't let that go unless it come. And we had to be quiet to pay.
It's important for us to bring that back. Okay, so folks, but really good stuff.
The Del Sol fella ordered them ampegs and them new things for us. We were excited, man.
Yes, man.
But we had to pay back a lot of money for a while.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but Big Six, it's amazing. We were not expecting that in terms of Harley's death because about a month or 2 months ago, you and I were speaking by Kenrick and Mao there.
Speaking, for sure.
And then we're thinking of doing something with some of the guys in Bells Combo who are still around and who are actually functional musically. And then you were saying to me something which is kind of very, very sad, because you told me that Harley had a pain in his stomach and you were trying to get him to doctor. It's not so. And that's about 2 months ago. And it's absolutely amazing. And and that you're going to try to convince him to go to the doctor because you guys are so tight.
Yeah. Because I drove him to Halsborough to get a checkup. And after that, all shit break loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Now, so folks, what can I say? Till we meet again very soon, and I'm hoping that Big 60 will be around when we have this tribute in Mao. If everything goes well.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And it's open for anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone who is so willing.
Man.
Mike, Dr. Dublin, Sobers, and that great guy. I almost thought he was some Mao Dada, and with his perspective and his tremendous input here tonight. For B+. And you see, Dada, for those who know, Alpha Pascal, I think cousin, Bassi's cousin, and they used to play for B+. And they used to play for B+.
Yes, you're right.
What do you mean, man? I'm a history book in the pad now. And so if you can still buzz alone then. So because Bassi was playing the bass and Dada was playing the guitar. So and these guys were tight. Okay, have a nice night, folks. And Mike.
Good night to everyone.
Don't forget Buck. We can bell Buck. Buck has a lot of contribution into the music.
Yeah, but we spoke about Buck. Buck was in B+, and then he came to Bells Combo. And certainly, if we even spoke about
contribution to Bells Combo music, man.
We spoke about Levers too, Evans.
And all boys like Peter, we always call on Peter to assist when we have got the brass. Peter was for Swinging Stars, was always available.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes, man. Yeah. And we must not forget Levers too, Evans for B+.
Evans,
all them fellas there.
Yeah.
And them fellas there. And that drummer for B+. Bongos.
Bongos.
Yeah, man. This guy is the Maos or something else.
Bongos.
Yeah, man.
Everybody played their part.
Yes. He used to beat hard. He used to drum hard, very hard and loud. Yes. Have a nice night, folks. And I really appreciate you guys' contribution here tonight. One love. God bless. Okay, fine. Yeah.
All right.
Give thanks, man. Keep the strength, man.
Yes, man. Big 6, man. Picati folks in one day. One love.
Yeah. Irie. Have a great night, man.
Mama. Jalousie c'est mettre sorcier, ça qui venait faisait. Bal fini violon sac, chien pas café char, chien mange chien. Coupe feuille avant quoi Dominicain c'est famille week-end. Rien pour rien, j'en fais même. Plie, c'est plie. J'en connais. Plie, c'est plie. C'est pas ni souci, ouais. J'en connais. Il pas ni volet. Mama. Ouais. Ma maman j'ai dans un fond glacé. C'est unique comme un soleil. Gardez pour la pluie. Pas en bouche. c'est pas mettre, c'est là il panissait. Petit qu'a fini grand, j'ai fait l'homme qui devant. Pli en pli c'est pli, faut que je connaisse. Pli en pli c'est pli, c'est pas ni sous du web, faut que je connaisse, il pas ni voler.